Namaskar, I'm Nandita Pandey on this side and wishing you a very happy 2021. May God bless you with a lot of good health, peace, love, light, prosperity and success in 2021. 2020, as we all know, has been very tough on us with COVID-19 virus attacking us from all around, and we were confined in our own places. There had been huge health issues for a lot of us and a lot of calamities and fatalities also happening in 2020. Not a good year to be in. But as we might say how things unfolded, we had been predicting about such events to be taking place. If you go back to my blogs there, in March 2019 and also subsequently in December 2019, in my blogs I was clearly mentioning that there will be huge mass destruction and mass illness that might shape up in 2020, and that is what happened. In my March video where I made it in 2020 on COVID, I was explaining how the COVID virus is going to expand, then subside and then come up again, and exactly such events have taken place right from March to April to May, and where the laborers suddenly started migrating back to the hometown. I had been talking about this also. I was also talking about huge government and masses interactions and clashes that also happened in summers. And then again on the same video I had also mentioned that by September end COVID virus will start subsiding, then but we should not take it lightly, as 20th November would reach and Jupiter goes into debilitation again till 6th of April. The virus would again steep up, or maybe in some mutant form or something else, and it will start hitting back at us again. Looking at the condition of United Kingdom in England, how things are happening, and the new mutant has come up where the situation has become as such that all the international flights have been shut down for UK. One can imagine what havoc and what chaos this virus is causing. And this all has been predicted by me in March video 2020. You can go to the YouTube, check my March video 2020 and you'll know what I'm talking about. So such events happened and unfolded. Right now also the Kisan Andolan that is happening in India, the farmers fight and farmers agitation against the farmers bill. I had been talking about this to a few politicians who consult me, and I was telling them that this is going to be a tough time and there can be agitation from the masses and based on some government decisions that you might take up. And such things unfolded. The question is definitely there. It is a paramount question to deal with. And as far as my astrological analysis is concerned, I would say that you still have to be careful, because I do not see COVID virus being eradicated in 2021. It is still going to be there, though in a minor form or in some mutant form, till 6th of April, since Jupiter is in its debilitated position. Jupiter is the Karaka of oxygen abundance and growth, and with oxygen being in an impurified state, there are possibilities of virus keeping on attacking us. Simultaneously, I also foresee Saturn and Pluto conjuncting back again in January. Now, whenever Saturn and Pluto have conjuncted together, they have created huge pandemics in the past history of our world. Whether it was influenza of 1916 to 18, or it was in 1947 when the influenza vaccine didn't work, or HIV virus completely shot up. So all these time were the time when Saturn and Pluto were together. They are still again coming back together. They were earlier together in the first half of 2020. Now they are again back together for the whole year through till April 2022. One has to be extremely careful as far as Saturn and Pluto are concerned. I do not see this virus completely eradicated, but still the major impact of the virus will lessen and reduce only in mid-2022 onward. Right now, the first quarter of 2021 can still be a little tough to deal with, but as we progress, a lot of good things will start shaping up. The vaccinations would be there, but not all vaccines will be superly successful, and by the time they come to the market, it might take summers for them to come to the market. But again, in summers from 20th June to 11th of October, not necessarily all the vaccines are going to work. They might boomerang back. Beyond that, there are a lot of good things also happening for different rashis. We'll talk about that as we progress in this video. And if you want any personal guidance, you can connect with me on my website www.nanditapandey.biz. You can still call me at 931-2711-293 and also write to me at soch.345@gmail.com. soch.345@gmail.com. Now coming down to your forecast. If you are an Aries, how things are going to be for you. Aries. For Aries, I see a lot of growth patterns changing, and you might think about new ways of working or your lifestyle pattern as far as your career is concerned. Now, there are a lot of changes happening in that area. This is a year of major thrust in your growth patterns. Also, hard work in the first quarter will pay off in the remaining year. Sudden financial gains can come through as the year progresses, but you need to be very realistic in your approach, as there are a lot of promises that are being given to you and yet things might not get fulfilled. So that's the kind of tension that I see. I also see some expenses happening, sudden expenses that might shape up as the year progresses. However, since the lord of your sign is Mars, and Mars is in its own position when we are transiting into the new year, when we are shifting into the new year, this will bring in a lot of happiness in your life. Your personality will have a lot of confidence. You might gain from this position. There are also possibilities of honors and accolades coming in and knocking your door. Happiness from education, from children, from your romantic life is also indicated during this time. However, the area of concern is your home front, where things might not be as good as you are expecting, especially midsummer's time can be tough to deal with. For Taurus, Rahu transits in your ascendant, and this creates an enigmatic personality in you. You will have the power to understand what the other person is saying, and yet you will not disclose what is there in your mind. So that's the kind of transition I see you undergoing. There's a lot of lady luck favoring you through this year and as the year progresses. However, there are 2 steps forward and 1 step backward kind of a situation. Summers can be a little tough on you when you're dealing with issues, especially related to your work and also to your health. So that's the time when I see things might not shape up as per your vision. But career front, yes, definitely, because a lot of your career is Saturn, and Saturn is placed in your house of luck in its own sign. So Saturn basically will favor you. There could be some chances in midsummers around June, July, where Saturn is going retro. That is a time there will be some tough times that you will have to experience, because Jupiter will also be retro around that time. The transition of Jupiter on 6th of April might enhance and boost your career, and finances can be tough to deal with. I see expenses happening and especially share markets and tradings. If you're involved in these areas, you have to be very cautious. Health will be good. Overall, it's going to be a good year for you as far as your health is concerned. Married life will have both ups and downs. There would be moments of intense relationship, and yet there will be a certain sense of detachment also that might continue as the year progresses. If you have a Gemini Ascendant or Gemini Moon Sign, Jupiter transits to the house of Aquarius on 6th of April. There will be a lot of good growth patterns that will start emerging, and suddenly whatever hurdles and obstacles that you've been facing so far will improve and will bring you growth and happiness in life. Honors and accolades will come in, so the Dahya phase subsides down to a larger extent because of the transition of Jupiter in your house of luck in Aquarius sign. But from mid-June to 11th of October, that could be a little tough time where sudden minor issues related to abdominal area can trigger and bother you. But overall, your health will be good. I see happiness. I see also growth patterns emerging. There are property gains that might happen and shape up. Monetary gains are happening. So overall area is good, but professionally there are setbacks that might shape up. And then Saturn transits to your 8th house, creating a Dahya impact. Jupiter along with Saturn conjuncted in this house might create minor accidents or hurdles in your life. There are possibilities of intense interest in research related activities and other areas. For Cancer Ascendant, Mars transits to your house of career. in its own sign, bringing you growth patterns, bringing you happiness, success, and especially if you are into military services, you're in police services or administrative services, this is a fantastic year for you, bringing you a lot of success and happiness in life. Monetary gains will shape up, but then there are expenses that are happening because of health reasons. The Lord of your house of communication is little in the 6th house, creating setbacks and illness in your life. Venus transiting to your house of children will bring in happiness from them, and yet there will be a certain sense of detachment as far as your romantic life is concerned. So both the areas, you might get into a relationship and yet there will be a certain sense of detachment in those relationships. Rahu transiting to your house of gains is an exceptionally good area to be in, and this will project a beautiful and a good year for you. So 2021 brings you a lot of growth and happiness in life. Leo, if you have a Leo ascendant or Leo moon sign, then in 2021 you will have a lot of good things happening for you. This is an exceptionally good year for Leo, especially because Mars is transiting to your house of luck, enhancing your luck factor, and in its own sign it brings huge gains and growth patterns. Rahu transiting to your 10th house brings in sudden gains and growth in your career front. Venus transiting to your 4th house and being the lord of your career, aspecting the career front directly, also help in enhancing career. If you are related to media line, film industry or anything creative, then this is the year when remarkably good growth patterns will emerge for you. Your PR skill will enhance and it will create this charming personality. Home front, I see a lot of renovation happening for Leo people. There are certain areas where health will certainly improve a lot, but because of Jupiter's in its debilitation, though there is a Nij Bhanga Yoga for Jupiter, still I see from 20th June to 11th of October, there could be sudden abdominal problems that might trigger up for you. Overall, happiness from children is surely indicated. If you are applying for interviews, if you are looking for a change, if you're looking for higher education, then this is an exceptionally good year for you. Foreign trips and travels will be favorable, but there are also areas of concern, which is the financial area where you will have to make extra effort. If you have the Virgo ascendant or Virgo moon sign, then for you this is an exceptionally good year because the lord of your sign is Mercury, and the year's number 2021 adds up to number 5, whose lord is also Mercury. So you are in basically a beautiful alignment with the year, and this will bring in a lot of growth and happiness in your life. Rahu is transiting in its exalted state or in an extremely friendly state in your house of luck, which enhances your luck factor. Also, Moon transiting to the house of gains will add up to your strengths and gains in life, especially related to property matters. There will be a lot of good gains. I also see you doing a lot of renovation, or maybe bring a lot of drastic changes in your home front, or even intend to buy a new vehicle around this time. As far as your career is concerned, slow, steady benefits are coming in the career front. Happiness from children is indicated. Also, if you're planning to take up interviews, etc., then also this is a great time to be in. From mid-June to July, August, September, these are the 3 months that you need to be extremely careful, where there might be some setbacks. This is also a year where you will intend to take up a lot of research work, or you'll be interested in a lot of occult-related activities. If you have a Libra ascendant or a Libra moon sign, your moon is transiting in its own house, in your house of career. This brings in a lot of gains and growth in your life. It also enhances your professional capabilities. You will do extremely good if you are into PR related activities or you are into counseling work. So this is a year which would reflect those kind of areas in your life. Simultaneously, the Lord of your ascendant is transiting in its friendly sign in 2nd house, enhancing your personality, enhancing the aspects of name, fame, growth patterns. Though Ketu is there along with Venus, and that might create a sense of detachment as far as money matters are concerned. There are possibilities of few expenses also happening, but overall, as far as your growth and expansions are concerned, then definitely this year brings in a lot of them. Sun transiting to your 3rd house rebuilds up your inner strength, wherein Mercury transiting in a combust state might create little setbacks as far as your luck factors are concerned. Marriage prospects might open up for some of you. If you're single and ready to mingle, then this is the year that you should think about. Although health of your mother can be a cause of concern. From 20th June to 11th of October, there could be a little tricky time as far as home front is concerned. But overall, if I look from 6th April to 19th of June, it's a beautiful time to be in. I see a lot of growth happening as Jupiter transits to House of Aquarius and enhances its capacities as far as aspecting your ascendant and aspecting the house of luck. So that's the time when suddenly growth will boost up, but then there'll be a little setback, and by the end of the year, again from November onwards, a lot of good things will start shaping up for you. If you have the Scorpio ascendant or Scorpio moon sign, this is going to be an average year for you. The Lord of your ascendant, that is Mars, is placed in the 6th house, the house of illness. Although Mars placed there will develop a lot of inner strength in you. So health-wise, this is going to be an excellent year. Venus in your ascendant along with Ketu can create a conflicting state of mind where Ketu might build up a situation where there's a lot of churning in your mind and confusions and insecurities and detachment that happens in your mind, whereas Venus will also trigger factors where you would want to enjoy the luxuries of life. So there is this conflicting area where you would want to enjoy the luxuries in life, and yet you will be at certain level a little detached from it all. Professionally, it is a good time to be in. The Lord of your career is placed in the house of name, fame and success and earnings, and brings you a lot of good growth patterns, wherein Moon also transiting to the house of luck in its own sign will favor Lady Luck smiling on you. Saturn's 3rd house builds up inner strength, although makes you a little lazy as far as daily communications are concerned. Jupiter conjuncting with Saturn in the 3rd house might create sudden and trigger some communication errors and problems around the month of July, August and September. So those are the months that you have to be extremely careful. Otherwise, overall, this is a good year. And as far as your married life is concerned, there are intense relationships happening, sometimes intense, sometimes a lot of conflicts that are arising there. Matters of children can create anxiety bouts, although from 6th April to 19th of June, you will feel a lot relaxed as far as your kids are concerned and as far as your higher studies are concerned. If you have Sagittarius ascendant and Sagittarius moon sign, then this is an exceptionally good year for you. Rahu transiting to your 6th house enhances your prowess as far as your daily chores are concerned, your competitors are concerned, and even health issues are concerned. So you will win over all of those areas, and it will revitalize your mind, body and soul. Mars transiting to your 5th house gives you a lot of boost as far as your education is concerned, interviews are concerned, or your happiness from children are concerned. Overall, this is a good year for you. Saturn is transiting to the 2nd house. Sudden monetary gains will surely happen, although you'll have to make a little effort as far as those areas are concerned. The Lord of your ascendant, that is Jupiter, is in a little conflict, so that might develop a sense of insecurity in you. There are good things happening, and yet you will feel a little troubled by the progress that are shaping up. Jupiter will be in strong debilitation from 20th of June to 11th of October. So that's the phase and that's the time I would want you to be extremely careful, because that's the time when sudden monetary losses might shape up, or you might feel that allegations and counter allegations are happening for you. But otherwise, if I see overall, it's a beautiful year as Jupiter transits to the house of Aquarius on 6th of April. It will certainly boost property gains. Growth patterns will start emerging, and from November onwards to the entire next year, that is 2022, this will be a beautiful time to be in. If you have Capricorn ascendant and Capricorn moon sign, Saturn is transiting in your own house, giving you natal strength in life. So overall, it is going to be a beautiful period to be in with the support of the Saturn. However, Jupiter along with Saturn might create some rustles in between, especially from July, August and September. However, Mars in 4th house in its own sign naturally enhances your possibilities of renovating your house, or maybe bringing changes in that front, or buying a new vehicle. Rahu transiting to your 5th house can enhance your education options. You might plan foreign travels around this time. As far as your higher academics are concerned, the sun in the 12th house though does not give very good results, yet it will still bring in possibilities of foreign travels and foreign tours. Venus, the lord of your career, is positioned in house of gains. This is an area where which will enhance your career opportunities and also will bring in lot of growth in your career pattern. So if you're connected with media, you are related to creative aspects, then this is the time and this is the year which will enhance your career opportunities. Venus goes into debilitation from 11th of August to 6th of September. That's an area you need to be careful about, as ill luck might boomerang back at you. Relationship with your spouse can take a little low point from 2nd of June to 19th of July when Mars is in its debilitation. Overall, I would want you to be careful in the months of July, August and September. In fact, starting from June, July, August and September, that's the time which will have a lot of hodgepodge. The rest of the year is a good year for you. I would rate it as a plus average year for Capricorns. If you have Aquarius Ascendant and Aquarius Moon sign, this is a good year for you. A lot of positive changes are happening as Jupiter transits to your ascendant on the 6th of April. Suddenly a lot of name, fame, success, and there is this radiance in your personality that you will start exuding around you. People will listen up to you and they will follow your guidance. From 6th of April to 20th of June, which will be extremely favorable for you, and from 1st of November onwards, the whole year to November and December, these are the months again very favorable. Health aspect, I see a lot of improvements because as the year starts up on 1st of January, the moon is positioned in its own house in your house of health, which enhances your health capacities. So overall, this is going to revitalize your mind, body and soul. Career wise also, it is a good time to be in. Mars, the lord of your career, is placed in the 3rd house, that is house of strength, house of hard work, and is also aspecting the house of career. So overall, career opportunities will also grow. Venus, the lord of your luck, is placed in your career house. Apart from your hard work, luck is also favoring you, pushing you up in the career path. Ketu being there to do a little charity, then it will balance the detachment of Ketu that might happen as far as your career front is concerned. A lot of growth patterns are happening. There are a lot of changes in the home front. If you've been single and wanting to mingle and or maybe settle down in life, this is a good time to be in. If you're already in an existing relationship, you need to be a little careful because there are chances of developing an extramarital interest. So that's an area of concern. Foreign trips, foreign travels are extremely favorable for you. 11th August to 6th of September, when Venus is in debilitation, there can be health issues that might trigger, or there are possibilities of luck not favoring you as you expect it to be. Money matters can be tough to deal with. There are certain expenses happening as far as money is concerned. But overall, this is a good period. If your moon sign or your ascendant is Piscean, then this is an exceptionally good year for you. Out of all the sun signs and moon sign, yours is the best sign to be in if you're entering 2021. The whole of 2021 brings in good growth, good revitality in your life. Health improves extremely well. There is a lot of inner rejuvenation happening in your life. Your career shapes up beautifully as the lord of your career is into the house of gains. So even if it is in a debilitation position, though there is a Nijabhanga yoga, but Jupiter, whenever it transits to the 11th house, will naturally bring in good gains for you. Growth is there. Your personality exudes a lot of positive radiance. Matches of heart are beautiful, though you will have to make a little effort on that area. Romantic life is there, but in terms of marriage, that's an area that you have to make slight effort so that there is a better communications, and if there are any difficulties, you can sort them out through or by means of dialogues. Overall, money matters are exceptionally good. Mars transiting there in its own sign brings in huge monetary gains in this year 2021. Lady Luck is smiling at you because Lord of House of Luck completely aspecting your House of Luck. Venus with Ketu in House of Luck enhances the possibility of intense spiritual connections and also growth and abundance in life. overall, this is a beautiful time to be in. Rahu is transiting in your third house, which is a naturally strong house for Rahu to be in, which brings in a lot of exalted improvements as far as Rahu is concerned. So your communication will be absolutely great. There'll be a lot of publishing that might happen if you are a writer and you're wanting to pursue that career or creative fields. Again, I see a lot of enhancement in that area. So overall, it's a beautiful time for Pisces to be in. So this was for all the sun signs and the moon signs that I was talking about for the year 2021.